there's one skill that can make the difference between you being a success and a winner in life, or you're constantly struggling to get back on your feet after you've been knocked down. See, whether you're a person who really desires to succeed, or you're a parent looking for something to model for your children so they can bounce back when they have faced adversity, because you know more adversity is coming. This is the skill. You see, this skill is so powerful that if you learn it and practice it and hopefully master it, you will be able to land on your feet and soar no matter what life throws at you. This skill is called resiliency. You see, according to the American Psychological Association, resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity. This is your ability to face what just hit you, but instead of denying it, instead of running from it, instead of hiding, you adapt, you change, and you triumph. Some obstacles, tragedies, and circumstances, they're just hard. You know, maybe you had a breakup. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you had a tragic accident, or maybe your business failed. Maybe you lost your home, or someone you love broke your heart. But if you follow these 3 steps, you will be able to be resilient. You will be able to bounce back. So let me walk you through it. Step 1, focus on what you have gained. You heard me. Focus on what you've gained and not on what you've lost. You see, this is hard for people to do because the way they were raised to look at what they've lost. And this is because of the people they hang around, or the groups they join, or often what they talk about. It's what they sing about. It's what they write about. Loss! Because of this, people are socialized to think about what they've lost and not what they've gained. However, in order to practice resilience, in order to fight back, you have to constantly think about what you have. Think about what you have as a result of that situation. Take, for example, a relationship breakup. Your life learning may have taught you to think about how you lost a husband, or think about how you lost a partner, or how you lost a lover, or think about how your lover left you, or how you're left by yourself. The loss in your mind may go on and on and on. Loss, loss, loss. But no. Thinking about what you've lost makes you feel like a loser. It makes you feel like a sucker. It makes you feel hopeless. But as you learn to be resilient, as you start to look at your past relationships and you say, I have some money, because of that relationship. I have my child because of that relationship. Or I have this good friend that I made from that relationship. So when you think about all that you have gained from that relationship, you will find that that adversity brought you something that you have. And you start to feel like, I have something. I got this. I got something. The more you think about what you have, the more you think about what you've gained, the richer and more powerful you feel. Step 2, find your purpose. Find your purpose for bouncing back instead of trying to find who or what to blame for what happened to you. You see, this is another self-defeating habit people have. They have a habit of looking at what happened, and what they're trying to do in the face of that adversity is they're trying to find, do I blame him? Do I blame her? Do I blame this? do I blame that? And they just stay there. That's not resiliency. Because when you stay there, you stay in defeat. Because you continuously think about, I'm blaming this one, I'm blaming that one. You're thinking about what to blame, what she said, what went wrong. Oh my goodness, it's so much. No, what you're doing is you're giving your power away. You're giving away the power to overcome. When you think about what you've lost, you are taking power away from yourself. And you're handing it over to whoever or whatever you are blaming. If you're constantly blaming yourself, you're bleeding power from yourself. And you're not giving yourself the chance to rise up. As you learn resilience, you will learn how to place your power in your why. Why do I want to bounce back? What would it mean to me? Why do I want to come back from this? For a person who's lost, for example, a business, their purpose may be, you know what? I want to be the one in my family who sets my generation right. For the person who had the accident, that person might think, you know what? I want to walk again. I want to be strong again. Or I want to play a particular sport again. You have to think about what inspires you, what motivates you. Think about that constantly. I want to walk again. I want to be the businessman again. I want to be strong again. Search for your why. Search for your meaning. And then guess what happens? You will feel motivated. You will feel empowered. You will feel propelled. You will just want to move forward and just keep going on because you will triumph through that circumstance. You may be facing whatever challenge, but you look at it and you push and you go through because of your why. Step 3. Adapt the mindset that you are someone who is learning a useful skill from your experience, rather than the mindset that you are a victim. You cannot look at the fact that you're suffering from your experience. You have to look at it that you are a student who is learning. You said this is again another way that people are socialized and how people are raised to think about, I'm a victim. They did this to me. They did that to me. And they think about it over and over again. They talk about it over and over again. And it's from the people with whom they associate and the groups that they join and the songs they sing. And this is what they do. And somehow those groups reward them. But in order to be resilient, you will need to adapt the mindset that you are learning from your experience. The way you frame it, the way you think about it, it will shape your thinking. And in that case, that's the negative way. For the resilient woman who just had a breakup, what she would say is, you know what? I'm learning that in a relationship, I value commitment. And the reason I value commitment is because that's what I give. You see, instead of sitting down and thinking about what she learned, that men are bad or people are bad, no. I learned that this is what I need. Why did she say that? Because this is more empowering. It's more empowering to think about what you're learning, because then it opens you up to giving yourself a break, especially if you made a mistake. Especially if you made a mistake. Additionally, at the same time, seeing the positive lessons you're learning, that allows you to intentionally focus on your strengths, not your limitations. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to do. Write down the positive messages that you are learning, because when you write them down, you are cementing them in your thoughts. Review these positive messages constantly. So you're writing down from step 1. What do I have? Write down. I have a professional wardrobe. I have the shirt that's left on my back. I have this certification from my job. Write it down. Write down what you have. The thought will come to you, I have nothing. I lost everything. No. Be resilient. Think about what you have and write it down. From step 2, write down your purpose. Your purpose may be, I want to be a success. Write down, I know I can be a success. Write down, I want to have a lovely home. Write down, I want to have a beautiful, rewarding relationship. Write down what it means to me. This is what it means to me to bounce back. Write it down. Step 3. Write down the positive lessons that you have learned. Remember step 3? In step 3, you're thinking about what you've learned. So now you're sitting down and you're writing down what you have learned. I have learned that I am resourceful. I have learned that I am strong. I have learned that I am a survivor. Now, if you follow these 3 steps, you will see yourself getting up. You will see yourself crossing the finishing line. And you will have the future that you've meant to have. Thanks for joining me in this episode. Please subscribe and please give it a thumbs up. Also, please share this video with your friends.